Are you feeling invisible? Have you ever felt invisible since you became 50? Apparently, it's a thing, so let's talk about it. Hi, my name's Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger, and hopefully who do not feel invisible. Apparently, it's a thing. I asked, this is how this started, I asked on a Facebook Live I did for people to send in questions or tell me things that they would like me to talk about, and this topic came up, more often than any of the others, about feeling invisible after the age of 50. And so I started to look into it, and oh boy, there are lots of women who feel, or think they feel, or are being made to feel invisible over the age of 50. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it and ask, do you? Has anybody ever made you feel invisible? Do you feel invisible now for any reason? Tell me in the comments box below. Or email me if you'd rather, you can do that. It's not something I've experienced that I can think of, at least. That's not to say that I haven't felt invisible in my life, but nothing to do with age. I'll tell you one quick story. Mr. Kitchen and I used to work together for the longest time, and we worked in a showroom environment, and we're a small company, so we all do lots of things. We don't all have separate jobs. We didn't all have separate jobs. So I was on the reception one day, and a chap walked straight up to me and said, I can't say it for laughing, it always makes me laugh. He said, "Is there anybody in?" And of course, possible client. One has to be careful what one says to one's clients. So I paused for a second, and then I kind of went, I'm in. Can I help you? And he said, "Oh no, I want to talk about plumbing." Oh dear. So of course me and my rebellious self, who knows nothing about plumbing incidentally, said, "You can talk to me about plumbing." Oh, thankfully, he asked me a question that I could answer quite easily and sent him on his way. But that was just one of many incidents where people, for one reason or another, and trust me, women did this too. If I was on reception, then they overlooked me until they realised who I was. And then all of a sudden, I got their attention. There are lots of different reasons why people might make you feel invisible. A lot of the time, it's nothing to do with your age. Well, all the time. Whether it's to do with age or what it's to do with them being rude. Let's get that out of the way. Someone mentioned an experience where they were at a makeup counter, which I find incredibly short-sighted of these people. She was waiting to be served at a makeup counter, and the assistant had clearly seen her there wanting help, and she went to all the other people. Now, according to this lady, all the other people waiting to be served were young people. And so this lady just put the things down, turned around and walked away. So clearly they lost a customer, which is probably what I would have felt like doing too. However, if you leave in that instance without saying something to that person, how do they know? How do they know not to do that again? I would have waited patiently until the person came over to me, and then I would have explained why I wasn't going to buy the goods, and made my point. And this is what I want to say to you. If you are, I know lots of people are out on the back out dating or over 50, over 60, and they feel in that sense that they feel invisible, then we're talking about feeling invisible to the opposite sex. We're talking about feeling invisible to men, because of course we all know that men like younger women. The majority of men look at younger women, but I would have to say I'm going to tell you, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. I don't think this is a male-female thing. I think society in general, we appreciate beauty in that sense. And unfortunately, we see beauty in youth. That's the way it is. And I think that we are possibly, this is innate in us, because obviously the point of human beings is to be attracted to each other to produce more human beings. If I look at, if I'm out and look at, I don't know, men in a bar or men in a restaurant, then my eye is drawn to handsome men. And they're often, very often, younger than me. Now, maybe the difference is I look at them like I would a piece of artwork. Oh, what does that say about me? And possibly a man would be looking at a younger woman with a different eye. I get that. But the thing is, in my case anyway, anyone I ever dated, I did not date because I met them through their good looks or because I met them in a bar. I met people who became attractive to me the more I got to know them. And I was thinking about this. Every single person I dated, that's how it happened. They became attracted to me. They're drop dead gorgeous, I'll go out with that. It didn't happen. It never happened. People grew on me as I got to know them and they became attractive. That is something to remember, ladies. So if you are feeling invisible in that sense, then you also have to think about yourself. First of all, you have to feel confident, sexy, and good in yourself before you can go out there and say, here I am, here I am. If you feel in any way lacking in confidence for whatever reason, or if you're unfit, then you're not going to feel vibrant and sexy and attractive to the opposite sex if this is what you're looking to achieve. We are lucky as women of this generation where there's all kinds of things available to us to make us look the best that we can. That does not necessarily mean young and sexy. That could mean older and elegant. You know, obviously on this channel I talk about being happy and growing younger and looking after your skin and looking after your, looking the best that you possibly can, because that gives you the confidence to be who you want to be. Now, if who you want to be is not someone who slinks along going unnoticed and you want to be visible, then this is what you need to do. I would say start working out, start to feel confident, perhaps change your hairstyle, perhaps put some makeup on if you've not done this before. Do all of those things that make you feel attractive, because if you feel attractive, other people will be attracted to you. And whatever your age. But again, we can talk about it if you're struggling with that in that sense. If you are feeling invisible from an emotional point of view, where you feel people don't listen to you anymore, nobody takes any notice of you, nobody's interested in your opinions, well, again, you know, I would say make them see you. Make them listen to you. Like I say about the lady standing waiting to be served at a counter, or if someone ignored me in any way, shape or form that I thought was rude, whatever the reason, then I would have to politely put them right. And if we don't do that, then we are perpetuating this thing ourselves. If we don't say, I am this person, I deserve this kind of respect, I deserve respect from you, which means not ignoring me or passing me by. If we don't all stand up and say that, then we are allowing it to happen. And I'm not talking about, you know, beating your drum or standing and protesting about it. I'm talking about in your world when it happens to you, putting it straight. Putting it straight. You know, if you want to be validated as a woman, if you feel you need to be validated and you're not as a woman, you need to find more meaningful ways, I think, than just looking good. We all know that we're getting older, and I love this quotation. And it's true. It's true. And you know, you may just have become 50. Let me tell you, you might live to be 110. So you've got another 60 years to go. You've got to get this sorted. If you're not going to spend the next 60 years dribbling along the pavement totally invisible. We're not having it. We're not having it. If you, as a woman over 50 on my channel, feel invisible in any way, shape or form, I want to know about it so that I can help you to change your mind. Because if you believe you are invisible, the chances are you are invisible. Because as you know, on this, one of the things that I do beat the drum about is the way you think. The way you think, and that's what it comes down to. Now, so I think what you need to do is to get clear about your meaning and purpose in life. I think if you feel you have a meaning and purpose in life, then you wouldn't feel this lack of visibility. You know, and there are lots of women who fulfill their dreams over the age of 50. I'm going to leave an article in the description box for you to have a look at. And these are not jet-setting celebrities we're talking about who have lots of money behind them. These are ordinary women who get to over the age of 50 and think, right, this is my time now to become heard and to become visible and to be involved in all the things I wanted to be invisible. You know, if you want to be visible, become a leader in some way. Take on a leadership role. Make your own leadership role. Start a YouTube channel. If you have things you want to say, people aren't listening to you, start a YouTube channel. Somebody else will be interested in what you have to talk about. There's lots of things you can do. So, once again, if you're feeling invisible because you feel that, you know, well, that's what this channel is all about, giving you meaning and purpose and increasing your happiness levels to give you the confidence to be able to show up in the world the way you want to show up in the world, which is visible no matter how old you are. The older you get, the more experience you have, the more stories you have to tell, the more wisdom you have that the world needs to know about. Don't allow yourself to be invisible. Let's talk about it. Tell me what issues you're having, what problems you're having in this area, and let's thrash them out and talk about it and move forward confidently, showing up how we want to show up. Okay, I'm sure there's loads more I could have said there that I haven't said, and if I feel there is, I'm sure there'll be another video. Please tell me how you feel about it. If you're new here or if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so you'll be notified, and hit that bell so you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and I'll see you next time. And until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we are getting happy and growing younger. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.